Oh, well, good day to you. I just did a 41-minute video talking into this thing about the various observations I could make. And at the end of it, I thought, well, I got all that out. And I looked at, 41 minutes. And I thought, there's no way I'm going to publish that. Nor am I going to take the time to try to edit it into pieces that would, be useful until I get a computer, I guess, to work on. There's no reason to try and do much editing on this little thing. It's not really geared for, video editing, I guess. The I'm sensing improvement and upgrade, and I'm happy about that. And it is concerning to me. It's not concerning. I guess it's, mm, well, it's unhappy. I think it's unhappy. It's an unhappy thing that yesterday we had to suffer the thing coming by again several times. At least flew by at least 3 or 4 times. Which is again, hey, we're just here to make you think of us and realize that we're still trying to get in and attack you, and we still hate you, and we still don't want you to have any peace. And I did see things about yesterday. One of them was talking about how they have things to say about me and my inheritance that's coming from above, from mine. Okay, my spiritual inheritance. They think they have some right to say something about me. When, as far as I can tell, as they said, they were a baby dragon, which means they have no rights or authority or anything regarding me, and that they're not even supposed to touch me because they are of the other side. And I'm glad that whole thing is ending because we didn't have a relationship with them, and I don't love them, and I don't I don't even understand what true love is, so I can't say I'm in true love. And we're not doing the romance thing because, well, it's all deception and it's evil apparently, and you can't have what they're selling you. It's just, as far as I can tell, a game of want. Plus, also, the evil witch with the uh, dark father figure managed to damage us enough. But, that's more than a gambler share that was taken. Uh, we weren't gambling and we weren't trying to be in a connection of any sort. And of course, that story, it was all done against our will without our knowledge. And basically, it wasn't anything more than a um, excuse. Excuses. They found some excuses to have a war against me and cause damages and harm here. That's all they did. But they'll be made to repay that eventually, sooner or later. So we're not going to worry about that. But instead, just go on. And again, that's, of course, they probably don't like that either because we were supposed to, I guess, wrestle with them and, want and go through a bunch of hell trying to figure out how to get back what is we had whenever we don't know how it was taken and or why, and you know what is even the fact that it was allowed to happen is enough for me to understand that no, it's time to go home. Like I said 16 years ago, we wanted to leave, and again, because of the damages, that ends any possibility of romance. Okay. The evil bitch, Black Horwitch, was saying ha 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 ha, laughing, cackling and saying, he's only half a man. Well, if I am only half a man, which I know I'm at least 60%, right? Um, then that would, if you were, thinking with half a brain, you'd figure out that, oh, you've already been damaged to the point where you don't have what you were supposed to have to be taking on romance or love mates or any sort. That's done. That's ended. We're done with that. As far as I know, we were filling everything in for all those many years prior to them getting a hold of us. And for reasons such as, probably those things. But since, of course, that damage is done, we never got it back, all we can say is goodbye. Well, better luck next time with the next one that comes along, but you guys already shot this one to shit, so we got to go home. We're sticking with the Father. We're sticking with the sky and the white people. And again, goodbye and good riddance, because we don't love anybody in darkness, and we sure the hell don't want to have any business with them. We don't want to be in connection with them for any reason. Again, all of this was done against our will, without our consent, without our having any knowledge even of what was happening, the repercussions, or what you should do to accomplish whatever the hell it was that we were trying to accomplish. Yeah, I could go on a long ways. I did 41 minutes of it, and as far as I can tell, probably it was, these things. I get up in the mornings and I do these things. It's like, well, you're trying to have your coffee talk with people that you care about. You might be out there drinking your coffee, talking to people across the fence. If you don't have some type of family unit going on. But since I live in a neighborhood where often whenever you go outside, you're looking at something that probably has scales, there's no reason for me to go out and try to be all friendly with that. The visiting wizard has left for today. I did see some strange things recently, energies and stuff. My eyes continue to open more, and I'm seeing more of the energies. And that will continue on, and they can't stop it. All of you that are for me and are loyal to us, God love you. I know I love you. And I'm praying for you. And I pray that the good Lord above gives all of those that are loyal to us an extra cup of cheer today. It's a good Sunday. Guys, thanks so very much. And I heard, that they were being admonished for coming by and, harassing us again yesterday. But they were, again, they were over there at Sam's and threw a bunch of that heat at us. And so they appear to still have a problem. And they also, from what I heard, I was watching somebody who knows them probably, that they have problems with how we live. If we were a divine creature and who we say we are, which we never claimed to be any such thing as that, then we should be living out somewhere without people and without this and without anything, and basically, I don't know, suffering alone in a hut, continuously praying for their goddamned asses, I guess. But, what we're talking about is those people who have all these opinions and so much to say about me is the damned, the wicked. They're the ones who don't have any more lives, as far as I can tell. They've gone around so many times, and this was their last day, which, of course, you can only go so many times around before you don't get any more days. I'm real sure of that. It's like, well, God gave you 12 runs? Something like that. And then your last day comes and you're still using magic and still falling anger and doing. So in other words, instead of doing everything you could to be the right person for that last day, for them to say, well, I'll be your redeemer or something, whatever the hell it is, they tried to kill it instead. I'm going to take its place. I want to steal everything it's got, and I want to take its place and take its power, and I'll shake my fist at the sky and just spit in God's eye. I'm pretty sure that's what they were saying the entire time that they've been doing this. But of course, that's not going to work out. Like the book says, I'm the winner, and I continue to win. And I will move from here and move to places where I win more, and I win and win and win and all that stuff, and I will get all our losses back and or return to us, and or also we'll build new, increase our capacities, upgraded, as I've been told we probably are supposed to be doing. And I would guess that was supposed to be the way it went rather than the way it did go. I think it was supposed to go the opposite way. And we were supposed to be doubling up on our size and our capacity to carry, probably. But in any case, I am very happy that the evil witch and the sorcerer have been banished from here, and that heaven makes them unwelcome here. And of course, we're unreceptive to it, and we're covered with all that is repellent to the evil. So we're going to continue on up, and yes, it is our intention to leave them behind, to abandon them, because they're not my kind, and they've meant really bad for me, trying to steal me away from our Father in heaven. Which there's not anything more evil than that. Can you imagine? Trying to steal someone from their family where they're happy, where they're loved, so you can save your own self from all that you've created and done. That's pretty evil, don't you think? But I'm not, I've paid and paid and paid for way too much, wait for people that it's just useless to pay anything for. As far as I can tell, and I'm real sure of it, it's a black hole. That's what it is. And you're welcome to follow it. But dead is dead, kids. It don't matter if it's standing up, walking around, pretending to breathe, and go out and have sex and all that stuff. They can operate just like a human. But it's a dragon. That means it's dead. It's a demon. Or it's a aspiring demon, but it's not. It's a black hole. I could take everything I am and pour it into them, okay? I won't, and we don't, and that's not going to happen. But let's say that I had that option, and I took that option. It would make a difference for a while, for a short while, but then the hate would come back, I'm real sure. And all that was alive that it took in would be gone. And then what would you have again? The same thing as it was before. A black hole. Well, I just say, thank God above, Father in heaven, skies that love me. Thank you for continuing to lift me up higher and higher each day, so that I make my roost in a higher place each day. Thank you for the upgrades. Thank you for the extra armament, for the extra pieces of armor that are helping protect specific areas of the vessel. And again, ladies, in retrospect, I guess at one point in time, there was a plan for me to come out of this with a harem of some sort. Ladies have joked with me again and again like that several times throughout my life, talking that kind of stuff, saying, you hear the oxygen machine? Saying things like, we know you want a harem or something like that. Hold on. Oh, every time, I can't say every time, but it seems like half the time I say hold on, I get all busy doing this or that and completely forget what I was talking about. But, needless to say, again, the whole romance thing, some of these ladies are so nice. And some of them are so pretty, and some of them are like these day girls, really, really good folks. I know I'm going to spend some time with them, or at least be with them here and there. I guess we'll all be together, and it'll be happy, fun times. But as far as the romance and love thing, again, would half a man be all that's needed for a harem? Nah, I just can't even be interested anymore. As far as I can tell, women are trouble. And like Pearl said, they seem to all be run by the devil. And I don't want to have to be an exorcist. I wasn't trained for that. Maybe in another life I was. But you know what? After a while, you just get tired of this stuff. It's like, well, God's not going to win any of this stuff. Let's go home. I think that's all it was an exercise in futility. I'm not sure if there's any lessons to learn other than you can't do anything without me. And once you get that, it's like, well, what do you want? Well, I want to leave. No reason for me to be here other than whatever he wants. Right? It's not like I'm here to be happy or have a life. Now, I'm sure I wasn't supposed to get married and have a wife, have children. Otherwise, it probably would have been better. And of course, I know I wasn't whenever I wasn't in with him. I wasn't in communication with God. Yeah, I believed in him. I wasn't asking anything of him, except every once in a while, maybe occasionally, in the strangest prayer, because I didn't know how to pray. You don't go begging to God all the time for everything. God helps those who help themselves. That's what I was taught. And you're not supposed to bother him with every little stupid thing. You're supposed to man up, right? Get the damn job done. Do what you need to do and get it done. Even if you have to go in league with Satan. Oh, no, I guess not. No, you don't. But yeah, all these goals and possible prizes I don't see as even attainable. Will I be famous and successful and all that? I would say yeah. But then again, what is the world? I'm famous where? Will I be able to visit those worlds? Will it be meaningful to me? I'm sure it would have been really meaningful 20 years ago. Whenever first, they come in and crash your entire life into the ground and it's all bulldozed over and you're like, what the heck? And all your family and friends betray you and people you've known your entire life are just like shit all of a sudden. And yeah, well, I guess it would have really meant something then. I would have felt like, well, God was vindicating me. I was supposed to be here doing this. But boy, they shot the shit out of it all. It turned out that it was a shit show. And that's all they wanted it to be, and they never did make it better. So I'm glad that it's over and that we're moving on and we won't be connected to any of these of the darkness again for any reason. I'm very happy that none of them can use me as their sacrifice anymore or their scapegoat, that they can't steal anything from me, and that if they do, they'll draw back a stump because they'll lose their arm or whatever they were trying to put in there to get it. I'm very happy with these things. But these things are being made the reality. That people will understand that they're going to be shocked in such ways that they'll not repeat the same mistakes. But I'm very happy that these things are happening, that we're going to continue up, and that we're going to, leave behind all this foolishness, which is, of course, all of that is. If anyone had ever come to me and said, hey, you want to do this love thing where you're this and they're that, and they got access to all your stuff and can get over top of you and blah, 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 blah. And no, hell no. Well, but it wouldn't matter anything. If they would tell you straightforward what the deal is, you'd never take it. Well, what about true love? Well, as far as I can tell, true love and every damn other things they've got going on is basically to either A, profit them, or B, to take you away from God. So I can tell you now, they're not going to take me away from God or heaven. And they're not going to profit from me. They profited all they have. And that's going to end. Because we're leaving. Yay, we're leaving. I heard one of them saying yesterday, they were talking about semen retention. And I'm thinking, well, it can't help, I guess. And he was saying how he wasn't going to do it forever. And I'm thinking, I guess I'm leaving. So, we're just packing up our bags, for the rest of our days and going back upstairs so that we can say, hey, we made it back. And guess what? Yeah, we did profit. Even after all of that, thanks to your help. Thanks for never sending us back down there again. God bless you and God love you. All those that are loyal to us, God love them. Heaven love them for me. I thank you all so very much. remain upright. Be of good cheer. And say it. Proclaim it in his name. Thanks for being there.